It's funny, isn't it, how life just works out like that? Hey. Today is the 2nd of February 2019. 4 years ago today, on 2nd February 2015, I watched a video by famous YouTuber Connor Franta, and it was a video called A Simple Question. It changed my life, simplest way to put it. It was a video about like how Connor Franta is creative and how he got into photography. And after watching that video, I made a decision. I want to take nice photos after this. Because of that video, I now know what I want to do with my life. I know that I want to become a photographer. I know that I want to become a content creator. Because of that video, I found a purpose for my life. I have improved, I have learned, so much has changed, and it's amazing. Right, so to, I guess, celebrate this special occasion, I decided that I'll react to my old photography. I've got my laptop here. It's been 4 years, not that long, but still a crazy journey nonetheless. God. Okay, so this was the first photo that I took. Oh my god. I can see what I was trying to do. I was clearly trying to go for a more, like a symmetrical approach. I used an app called Tada SLR. I still use that app. Very handy when you want to fake an aperture. I can see what I was trying to do, but clearly I did not execute it well. After that, this was the next photo that I took. People actually recognize this photo and they're like, oh, this actually looks good. And I mean, thinking back, looking at it now, this is just so like, there's nothing special with it. Clearly I saturated the greens. No, I don't think I even saturated it. I'm pretty sure I just used like some basic filter. And for some reason this photo started letting people know that I was actually trying to take photos. So this was kind of like a special one for me. But like, this is nothing. And after that, here comes like what I'd say is like the worst phase in my photography, but like, I guess kind of like the launching point for it. God, this is like horrible. This is so horrible. Backlit and it's just, oh god, terrible image. Oh, good god. These are horrible. Like, what kind of filters? What the hell? What the hell, Lothika? What are you doing? Ooh, I remember I took this picture and I liked it so much because it had like, I used Afterlight for this, if I'm not mistaken, and until now I still personally use Afterlight for all my mobile photography. Yeah, I used Afterlight for this, and I remember adding like the fade effect, and I was so proud of this picture because it had like somewhat of an aesthetically pleasing like filter on top of it. Basically it's just fade. But yeah, I remember I was being so proud of this. But then once again, not cool. Right, this one was, I took this in my friend Clarice's house. Hey Clarice, because she'll probably be the first one watching this. I took this in Clarice's house. She was telling me that she collected seashells from a beach trip or something like that. So I arranged them to make it look like this, and I took the shot and I edited it, added the fade, lifted the shadows, blah blah blah, to make it look as aesthetically pleasing as possible. And to be honest, this is actually a really dope photo, if I may say so myself. I personally love it. I still love it considering 4 years after. I still think this is a nice picture. Yeah, it's cool. Okay, here onwards, this is like me entering the next phase of photography. It's just a minor upgrade from what I've been doing before, where instead of just taking picture of anything and everything, I started actually finding values in the colors and the contrast and symmetry. I was on my way to Penang. We were driving to Penang, and I passed by like this kind of like mountains with the clouds covered on top, and I thought it really looked cool. So I obviously took a picture of it, and I really utilized all my editing skills on this. Clearly I've raised the contrast, the saturation, clarity. So clearly I was playing with all the tools Afterlight provided me, and I really loved the outcome. Like I really loved this. This was in Koh Samui. This was the first like country I've been to with a mindset of wanting to take good photos. I remember this view, I really loved it, like the rocks with the ocean, the trees, the clouds. Looking back at it now, I was really proud of this back in the day, and looking back at it now, obviously this is kind of bland. The current me would have added some birds into the sky. Obviously the water would have been more blue, the trees would have been more green, maybe I would have changed the color to yellow. But yeah, but my style has somewhat remained the same. I clearly added fade. I still do that now. You know, my style has remained the same basically, but I guess I've just learned to edit better and take better photos. Okay, this next batch of pictures, this is from Iceland. I went to Iceland in 2014, and so yeah, so I took these pictures from 2014 and I edited them, and they really turned into like nice products. So yeah, there were quite a number of photos from Iceland that I edited, but this specifically, this was my favorite until now. I really still love this photo. Absolute favorite of mine. Something about it, that beautiful blue of the iceberg, the birds flying around it, and like the rest of the gloomy water and the gloomy sky. I love it so much until now. This is one of my favorites. Alright, then in late 2015, like December 2015, I went to America. I went to the United States of America. This was one of my favorite pictures of US. This was in New York. It was the cathedral. I remember like pointing my phone up to take that picture, and I saw the architecture, and immediately I was so happy you know, with how the architect, and I took the picture. Turned out great. Edited it, turned out great. Clearly still following the same style, contrasts, shadows, and this was like a favorite of mine. It still is one of my favorite pictures. So then was my trip to Australia. This was late 2016. This was my trip to Australia, and this was like the major photography trip kind of thing, because Sydney is known for its very like beautiful places, and yeah, so really photography was in my mind. So I switched out. Instead of taking photos with my iPhone 5, I started taking pictures. Like for that trip specifically, I started taking pictures with my mom's iPhone 6. And yeah, the pictures I got, I was really happy with. Some of these are like my favorites to this day. So yeah. And then came my trip to Scotland and United Kingdom just about 3 weeks ago, end of December 2018. And the photos that I took in this trip was really the best I've ever taken. Yeah, some of the photos I have taken, I was really proud of it. I when I was taking the photo, I thought about the process in my head beforehand, the compositions, what I was expecting, and I took the photo the way I wanted to edit it, you know, so really you can see how much I have improved. And in between those, like mid last year, I started taking photos of my friends. I was delving more into portrait photography. So obviously I've been taking pictures of my friend Julia, you know, and that was a really good exposure for me as well. Basically, and now here I am. 4 years later, making this video. And yeah, it's funny, really is. And this is my first photo that I have taken, and this is my last. And you can, the difference is truly outstanding. And all I want to say is, whatever it is you want to venture into, just do it. And yeah, just whatever it is you're doing, just keep working on it, keep practicing. It's all you can do. Learn, adapt, observe. It's the best you can do. And yeah, this, I'm literally just quoting words from Conference's video now, but if you like doing something, it does not matter if you're good or bad in it. Just do what you love what you do. So that's about it. By no means am I the best photographer, by no means am I a good photographer. I personally think I am okay. I'm an okay of a photographer, but you know, I definitely have improved, and I am so proud of myself for that. There's not many things I am proud of myself for, so if there's anything, it's that. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, leave a comment. I don't know, tell me what are your hobbies. Anything really. I appreciate any support. Thank you for watching. I don't know how many times I've said this. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye. I am parched. I'm gonna... Oh my god. I'm gonna like burst.